Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Alyssa and this is Into the Heartwild, where I talk about books. So in today's video I am bringing you guys my tentative January TBR. I say tentative because I am a huge mood reader and I don't always follow the TBR piles that I put together. I tend to pick a lot and then just kind of feel my way through which ones I want to read. So I give myself some options that make me think that yes, I do still want to read this because I pick them out at the beginning of the month. I don't plan them like months in advance or anything. I pick them out like at the beginning of the month and I'm just like, what do I want to read this month? What am I feeling? Even though Malice from John Gwynne is calling me really loudly right now and it is not in this pile and I need it to stop because I'm not ready for that yet. Not. So these are the ones that I have. I have 14. I think I counted that correctly. If there ends up being more, I don't math, so you guys know. I don't like it. I don't like math. So with that said, let's just go ahead and jump in and see what I've got. I will say there is one book in this pile that is officially 100% read. I finished it on the 3rd, started on the 1st, finished on the 3rd, and there is another one that I'm about 40% into. So far, I'm starting out strong with staying on top of the books that I've picked out. So first up, we have A Spell for Chameleon by Piers Anthony, the first book in the Xantz series. This is the one that I have finished. All 37 of those tabs are moments of sexism or misogyny, whichever you would like to refer to it as. So this got a 1 star. There is a review on my Goodreads if you're interested, but yeah, there's one down for the January TBR. After that, we have Children of the Drake by Richard A. Knack. It's part of the Origins of Dragon Realm. I picked this up at Half Price Books randomly. I assumed it was the first in a series since it said Origin of Dragon Realm. I've never read anything in the world of Dragon Realm. It's one of those huge series that is like started like in the 70s or 80s or something like that. So I assumed this was book 1. I go on Goodreads to mark that I've started it and it's book 2. There is a trilogy called The Origin of Dragon Realm. I'm gonna keep on trucking through though, reading it, because I honestly don't feel like I'm missing too much. It's standing alone really well by itself, so I'm not too worried. I understand that there was a big event from the previous book that landed everybody in a different planet, and now they're trying to get back to the Dragon Realm. So I understand pretty much the basics. I'm just missing this like big pivotal moment, I guess. So yeah, that's how we're at. We're at 40% so far in this one. After that, we have Talion Revenant by Michael A. Stackpole. This was recommended to me through Goodreads. It just popped up and was like, hey, you've read this, you might like this. And I was like, hey, I do. I might like that actually. And that same day I found it at Half Price Books and it's like perfect condition, which is like my favorite thing. And I've had it for 2 years now though. So I think now is finally the time where I finally read it, because every time I look at it, it's like, you still haven't read me yet. What are you doing? Can you read me already? And it's starting to get to me. It's talking to me too much. Then we have Dragonflight by Mccaffrey. My goal this year is to read the entire Dragon Riders of Pern series, all 26 books, and then I have 2 extras that are side stories. And I plan on reading them in publication order because that is how Miss Mccaffrey herself asks her fans to read it. I have read the Harper Trilogy numerous times. It is my favorite installments of the Dragon Riders of Pern series that I have read. And I have read this one. I've read an abridged version of it too. So I'm just going to do like a reread and go from there, because I've read just like different ones here and there throughout the series. But the ultimate goal is to read the whole thing. So I would like to start in January with that goal. Next we have The Tale of the Tailor and the Three Dead Kings. I'm trying to like, by Dan Jones, so you guys can see it because it's very, ooh, there we go. This is actually a from what it says here on the back, it is a folk tale that has never been told before, and it's only recently been translated from the Latin text, and Dan Jones is a historian. So I'm very excited. When I bought it, I thought it was going to be like really long. Look at how tiny it is. Look how tiny it is. It's so cute. So this copy has a foreword, and then it has the original Latin text, and then it has the story. So the story itself, I think, is only like roughly like 50, 60-ish pages. So it definitely won't take long. I don't always read forwards for things like this. I don't. I'm gonna be honest. So we'll see how I feel when I actually start this. I might just like read the tale and then another time like go back and like do like read the forward or whatever. But yeah, this one is so tiny and cute. Then we have A Solemn for the Wild Built by Becky Chambers. And it's first book in a Monk and Robot book. I found out that I actually just really enjoy her writing, so I'm interested to see what this one is all about. I wanted to read it when I bought it, but I did not do that, clearly. So let's hope January works out. Next we have They Mostly Come Out at Night by Benedict Patrick. This is the first in the Yarns World books. I have read one of the books in this series. I've read the short story that I believe he has up for free. And I fell in love with the creepiness of it. So I went ahead and got this. I was supposed to read it in October, and I did not read it in October. So let's see if January works out. Then we have Broke Down Palace by Stephen Burst. This is a book that I found randomly at Half Price Books, and I was drawn in by the cover, for one. Like I said, I'm a huge cover person. That's going to be the quickest way to get me into a book, is to have a good cover. Then I read the back, and it gives you a description, because I don't always read these things, okay? And that's a problem, I know. But it tells you about the 4 characters you're following. They are 4 brothers who rule this kingdom called Fenario. And let me just tell you how it describes each of these brothers. King Laszlo, a good man, though perhaps a little mad. Prince Ondor, a clever man, though perhaps a little shallow. Prince Vilmos, a strong man, though perhaps a little stupid. And Prince Miklos, the youngest brother, perhaps a lot, stubborn. When I got to Prince Vilmos, I said, strong and stupid? That's my favorite kind of male character. Like, I was like, I have to read this just for him. So this book better be full of so much Prince Vilmos, or I will be so sad, because I am here for the strong, stupid prince. He has my heart already, and I haven't even read the book yet. After that, I have Rise of Empire by Michael J. Sullivan. This is volume 2 of the Rhaeria Revelations. And I want to go back to Hadrian. I miss him. I miss him dearly. I want to know what he's getting up to next, who he's being a sweetheart to, and who he's trying to help. And then, of course, you know, there's Royce, who's just angry and small. So yeah, hopefully, like, I definitely feel like this one will for sure at least be started in January. It might not be finished in January, but there's just, Hadrian's just calling. He's like, come read, come on, come. And I'm like, okay. So we'll see. Then we have The Expert Systems Champion by Adrian. Chico. I'm not even gonna try, because I know I'm gonna butcher it. Like, I can say it in my head, but when I go to say it out loud, it comes out wrong. So Adrian, we all know this. We all know, okay? Because this man just be pumping out books left and right. Like, he just, like, he thinks it and it becomes a book. And I love his stories. I have the first one. I read it and I loved it. So now I want to read, this is the follow-up, because it's a duology. It's a novella. There's a lot of novellas this month, but yes, this one. So hopefully it'll be just as good as the first one. Then I have a trilogy. It's a children's series. It is actually the Merlin series by T.A. Barron. So the first one, The Lost Years. So The Lost Years, The Seven Songs, and Raging Fires. The reason why I have the trilogy is because I do this thing called book bingo on Litzy. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. But one of the books that will go towards getting a prize at the end of the year is number 3. So I have to like read these 2 to get to this one. So yeah, but I mean, they're kids books. So I tend to, you know, get through the middle grade books like pretty quickly and everything. But I do have the rest of the series except for volume 4, still trying to find it. So we'll see what I get through on this. But yeah. Last that I have is Gear Breakers by Zoe Hanakuda. And this, I struggle with YA, and I know this is YA, but I'm trying to keep an open mind because there's a giant mech on this cover, and I love mechs. I love them dearly. I'm a big Gundam fan. So I want to finally read this. I did get it, and I got it when it released, and I did kind of like put off reading it instantly. I don't know why. I guess I wanted the hype to die down around it. But yeah, so I'm honestly really hoping that I do end up liking this. I would really love to like this. I have one shelf of YA books that I absolutely love, and that shelf is not full. So I would like to keep this one on that shelf with that same idea in mind. So hopefully I get to this month, and hopefully I really do end up liking it. So those are all the books that I have tentatively picked out for January. Like I said, if you've read any of these and you have opinions, you're more than welcome to drop them down below because comments help with the algorithm. So do likes and subscribes. So if you guys could be dolls and do that too, that'd be even better. So until next time, bye.